Okay. So again, welcome everybody. This is the PAA Best of Apartment Living Awards time of year. My name is Elaine O'Reilly, and I am the president and owner of Market Viewpoint, who will be administering this project for you all this year. And we are really excited to be doing this again. We've been doing it for the last several years, and it really is, it's fun for us, and we really enjoy being able to provide this service for you all. We know that this is a busy time of year for you outside of having the awards program as well. So we know that you put a lot of hard work into what you do all year. And this is the time of year where you're really going to shine. So we really enjoy being able to show how well you all do what you do every day. Beth, did you want to say anything before I just get started with going over the different parts of the program?
No, I just want to welcome everyone and thank you, Elaine, for providing this information for us. I think it'll be very helpful for all the participants. And we can go over, if you want to start with reviewing what you'll be judging and the categories and your process, and then Amy and I can discuss some of the individual awards when we wrap up.
Okay, great. Okay, so the three parts that we take care of for you are the leasing, maintenance, and overall. So as you all know, you received the call to enter last month. So we are really getting started now with providing all of the judging for the various categories. And it will run through most of the summer. For student housing, we will try to make every effort to have those evaluations done outside of your turnover weeks so that you're not overly busy and you do have time to really shine and not be quite so hectic. The maintenance, service tech, excellence judgings will be performed in the month of June for the most part, and they will extend into July if we need to. Those are the only evaluations that are scheduled ahead of time that you will know about, but we'll get more into that in a moment. So for maintenance, the judges will start calling properties this month to schedule their appointments with service managers for June and July.
Elaine, real quick, a lot of people are having trouble hearing. We're getting some of that in the chat. Is there any way that you can turn your microphone up? It is a little light.
Okay. Is that better?
Go ahead and do a little talking, maybe.
Is that better? Can you guys hear me better now? Or is that not loud enough? I can make it a little bit louder. Hold on. Okay, how about that? Is that better now?
I think so, yes, Elaine.
Okay, good. Perfect. Okay, so for maintenance, again, the judges are going to start calling you in the coming weeks to schedule their appointments for June and July. You will have a minimum of 2 weeks notice, so it's not like they're going to say, hi, I'm going to be there tomorrow. You will have some advance notice on that. The earliest that they will be there would be the day after Memorial Day, which is May 31st. Okay, so start putting in place now whatever extra help you might need to get ready for when those first appointments are being scheduled. Property managers will also be informed of these appointment dates and times so that everybody on the property is aware of what's happening. If a judge arrives for their scheduled appointment and the service manager is not available to escort them, they may be escorted by someone else from the staff. So it could be the maintenance staff, it could be the property manager, or it could be a leasing agent. The property manager would be involved if the service manager is not available, and the property manager would be the one to decide who's giving that tour. If none of those people are available to give the escort on that date and time, then the judge will reschedule the appointment one more time. Okay. If the judge arrives for the second scheduled appointment and the service manager, maintenance staff, property manager, or leasing agent are not available to give them an escorted tour, then the judge will perform as much of the tour as possible without an escort. So they will still judge the property. Any areas that they cannot access would receive 0 points at that point. Judging areas for maintenance will include the appearance of your grounds, common areas, amenities, a make-ready apartment, and the maintenance shop. But please keep in mind that if you sign up to be judged on maintenance, you must have something available to show to the judge, either a vacant apartment or a make-ready apartment. If you're 100% occupied and you don't have a model, then you do need to arrange with a current resident to show their apartment for judging. If more than one property shares a maintenance shop, then that one shop's ratings will be used for both of the shared properties. If your maintenance shop is a truck or a closet, then that's what will be judged for your maintenance shop. And it will be rated as such based on organization and all the other criteria that the shop is rated on. We'll be looking at logs, schedules, manuals, and at this point, they probably should all be digital. Paper versions won't get as many points and will be rated on how up to date they are. You won't be penalized if you're still doing paper if you're really organized with how you're keeping track of your records. And we have also noticed that a lot of properties are outsourcing some of their maintenance services, which is fine, but you do still need to show how you track it at the property level. So you do still need to show something to the judge regarding everything that is on the judging form. Any questions so far about maintenance?
Can you please repeat the information on the logs and schedules that you're looking for?
Surely, absolutely. So for that, we are looking at logs, schedules, and manuals should all be digital. We will still judge paper versions if that's what you're using. And it will be judged on how up to date it is. And if something is outsourced, you do still need to show how you're tracking something at the property level. So we realize that not every service is going to be performed by your own maintenance team, but you do need to show how it's being tracked. Anything else? Let's see if I can keep a hold on everybody in here. Okay, hi, everybody who just joined. I'm sorry I didn't see that you were in the waiting room. We are recording this this webinar, so anybody who's coming in a little late, you will be able to review this again after the webinar is over. Okay. Next, I want to go over the overall community excellence. This will be a mystery shop and not an announced visit. Okay. You'll be rated on curb appeal, leasing, amenities, maintenance, and lobby areas. If you signed up for this category, you will need to have a vacant apartment or model to show prospects asking for a tour, even if you're 100% full. So again, you're not going to know when you're being evaluated. So anybody who's coming in to look at an apartment could be the person who is evaluating you for overall. If you don't have something to show, then you're not going to get the full points in that section of the evaluation. Shoppers will indicate the type of community being shopped as garden style, mid-rise, or high-rise, and questions that don't apply for a type of community will receive full points for that question. Again, this is not an announced visit, so if you are full, then you need to make a decision going into the judging season of how you're going to handle any prospect really that comes into your property, so that you know that you're giving a full tour of what you have available, because you never know when that judge might be the one in front of you. Any questions about overall?
Elaine, when will those start? When will you start doing the mystery shops for the community excellence?
Those can start really anytime. They will run a little bit longer, most likely, than the maintenance judging, but they could be anytime.
Would we be able to show a virtual tour online if we're 100% occupied?
Absolutely, as long as you're showing something that you know, really you're showing your process, and that's what you're being evaluated on. So for any prospect who wants to lease an apartment, typically you're going to show them something. So if you're not showing them something, then it makes it harder for the whole process for that person who wants to know if they're going to live there. So that's what our judges are looking for. With a model, which is the office, be okay to show? Yeah, absolutely. You might need to do what you normally do though, and explain, like, this is, we're using this as the office right now, but this is really the dining room, or whatever. However you would normally present that, so that these judges can see how you're maintaining your apartments, for that prospect. Any other questions about overall? Okay. Now we're moving on to leasing. There are two components to the leasing evaluations. There is a marketing and website engagement, and then the leasing telephone and in-person or virtual visit. The web portion, which is marketing and website engagement, will involve the shoppers will contact participating properties via email or digital online contact form, however you have it designated on your website. They're going to be tracking response time for up to 24 hours from the time they submit their inquiry. They're looking for a personalized response from a single leasing agent, not the team. They're looking for something that's going to answer their questions, address them by name, address availability as indicated in the original communication, and something that has an agent signature. We're not accepting just an automated confirmation that the inquiry was received, because that's not really a response. We're looking for that personal connection with the person who has submitted that inquiry. If after 24 hours, the shopper has received no response at all, or only that automated response acknowledging that the response was received, most of the questions would receive 0 points at that point. Additional evaluation is given to the property website on the overall layout, the mobile compatibility, the speed of loading photos, the quality of the photos, the ability to find the information that they're looking for, things like that. We will not be sending these inquiries when you're not open. So if you close at 5 o'clock, then we're not sending an inquiry at 6 o'clock. Okay? So if you're not open, you're not going to get evaluated. So please rest assured, we're not out to get you. we're doing this when you're open to see what you're doing during the business day and who's monitoring those digital inquiries. The second part of the leasing evaluation is the regular telephone and tour. Each property will receive one random untargeted evaluation to show a snapshot in time how leasing functions performed. Some properties are back to giving in-person tours. Some are still giving virtual tours only. Either one of those is okay. No one's going to be penalized for the way that they offer the tours. However, you will be evaluated on how you make the most of your presentation with what you, with the tools that you have to present your property. So if you're doing a virtual one, we really want to see you get creative with how you're presenting your property. Properties that have no vacancies should still be trying to present apartments and amenities to prospects for future availability. Remember that your management company is paying for the evaluation, so we want to make sure that we're putting the best foot forward, even if you're 100% full. Leasing agents will be evaluated on their selling skills on the phone, such as how quickly they answer the phone, how welcoming they are to prospects as they gather basic information, and how much detail they present on the phone to entice and encourage a prospect to take a tour. Are they giving price? Are they giving features and benefits of the apartment? Mentioning the amenities, mentioning the surrounding town or the surrounding immediate neighborhood if you're in the city. And how inviting they are when scheduling that tour. Leasing agents will also be evaluated on their selling skills during the touring process. For an in-person visit to the property, you should be confirming the prospect's contact information as well as what they're looking for in an apartment home. You should be showing all the amenities and common areas, showing a model or vacant apartment, trying to close the sale. For virtual tours, the leasing agent's interaction will be different and may vary from property to property, but you'll still be evaluated on how to use this format to try to close the sale. Follow-up will be tracked for 72 hours after the visit and can be via text, phone call, voicemail, or email. After 72 hours, any follow-up will not be considered as part of the judging process. Once both of these evaluations are done for the leasing process, so that would be the marketing and website engagement and the leasing evaluation, those two scores are averaged together to get one composite leasing score. And that's the final score that will be used to determine who the award recipients are. Any questions on leasing?
Question, the leasing and the overall community excellence, are they two separate tours, mystery shops, or could it possibly be one?
It could be one.
It could be
Really,
one.
it really depends on how your property has entered. Some properties actually are only entering overall. That does happen occasionally. So that would be separate then. However, most times when a prospect comes to your property, they see the whole property. So, you know, a lot of what the overall form is looking for, that same mystery shopper could be judging you both on the leasing process and on your overall categories as well. So it really just depends on how your management company has entered your property into the program. But they could be there at any time during the judging process. So again, we're going to be getting started very soon. Now, leasing and overall will not come out to your property until after Memorial Day because we know you have pools. and other outdoor amenities and landscaping that you want to get put in place. So we will hold off until after Memorial Day for that. But the anyone that doesn't have a pool or doesn't have amenities could be anytime. Okay. Any other questions? You're not going to have the same person for the web and in the in-person. They will be different people. Somebody, Juliana asked, will this be in person or over the phone? I'm assuming that you're talking about the leasing. There's a separate portion of the leasing shop that is the phone call. And then the tour will be however the property is giving tours. So if it's an in-person tour, then an appointment will be scheduled and that in-person tour will happen as scheduled. If it's a virtual tour, then again, it's going to depend on how the property is administering that. It could be something that's done right then and there. If it's just a case of grabbing your iPad and walking through to whatever is being shown, or it could be something that's scheduled in advance. But there are those two components in the leasing. Missed any questions, I apologize. Yes, this whole webinar is being recorded. So yes, after we're done, a link will be provided and the folks at PAA will distribute that to all of you and to all those who weren't able to join us as well. So yeah, let's see, Juliana, yes. So for leasing, you're getting an email shop, a phone shop, and an in-person shop. Okay, the phone and the in-person or virtual, if that's what it is for your property. Phone and tour is one report, and the email shop is a separate report. And then those two scores are averaged together for one composite leasing score. Any other questions? There are just a couple more general items. So all evaluations are based on total points rather than percentages. So if something is not applicable to a property, full points will be awarded on that question. Okay, so if, for example, you don't have a pool, you're not going to get a bad score because you don't have a pool. You would get full points for that. Properties that have a feature that's unique should make sure to highlight this feature during leasing tours or maintenance audits. So examples for leasing could be having a car wash area or having monthly community happy hour celebrations in the clubhouse. Examples for maintenance could be having a schedule for a whole year showing preventative maintenance other than just changing filters on apartment turns. There are bonus points available on all of the evaluations. It can be awarded for anything that's above and beyond. This could mean the actual individual was so outstanding and extra personable on the tour that you felt you wanted to move into the community. Your needs were heard and addressed during the tour, which included a discussion of the highlights of the area where the property is located. It could be a unique feature that the community offers, such as resident participation events. It could be if the property participates in civic community events that the city or town offers. It could be showing that you're part of the community in which the property is located. It could be that you have a well-trained staff, from servants and leasing team to the property manager, and how well everybody interacts with each other. So it really could be just about anything that makes your property stand out against others and that really goes above and beyond in any given area. So you have lots of opportunities to show why you're the best. It's kind of it of what I have. One more question, let's see. For the maintenance logs, you want those specific log books. Preventative maintenance, HVAC schedules. I'm trying to remember what else is on there. I can send a list out to PAA and we can get that out to you.
Elaine, do you also have all these rules and regulations like in a PDF format that we could share with the group as well?
I can pull that together in a PDF if you would like to.
That would be amazing. I
Okay.
think we're still getting some hard to hear
Okay.
noises as well. So I just want to make sure we have that to share along with the recording of the call.
Sure, no problem. I can get that out to you when I get you the link as well. Okay, yeah, and I'll put a specific list of the log books. There used to be a MSDS log that's changed format over the years, but that's another one that gets judged. I've got the list of specific logs that are on that list. Any other questions? Okay, so then I'm going to turn it over to PAA because I know you guys have some other things that you wanted to go over with the individual awards.
And now for the fun part. Just this year for the individual categories, for those properties and people who have actually applied, we'll be sending some information detailing what we require this year as far as video and maybe a few questions to answer. Also some video guidelines. I don't know if anyone's entered, for those of you who have entered the individual awards in the past, I believe there was a long form that you had to complete, and the video may have been in addition to that, but this year we are requiring a video and also just a few questions to answer. And again, we'll be sending that out to the people who have entered those categories. So you'll get all the detailed information and some video guidelines and things like that. We are asking that you keep the video to approximately 10 minutes, but if you do run over, it's not a big deal. I know it's sometimes hard to judge your time when you're doing something like that. So again, and if you have any questions or anything, just please reach out to us. We're happy to help you in any way we can.
Thank you, Beth. Elaine, is there any way for you to allow me to share my screen? I wanted to show them on our website where to find all of these details. In addition, it doesn't matter what application you use to record your video. Just make sure that you're sending the video when complete to info@paahq.com. You want to make sure you receive a confirmation from us that we've received it. That way, you know that we have it. And if you do not receive a confirmation, you will need to resubmit that video as well. The videos must be received by PAA by July 15th. Sorry, I'm saying the wrong dates all day. By July 15th. Says here, will bonus points be awarded if the video entry addresses all the specific questions and stays within the allotted time frame? No, we won't award bonus points for that. We are definitely eager to receive your videos and definitely take a look at how creative you are in those videos. So, make sure you're using some of that with what you're doing as well. Do we have any questions about the videos and the submission? Wow, you guys are quiet. Well, we have all of your email addresses. So I'm sure you'll hear from us quite a bit. What are the videos for? So the videos are they're the individual awards, which would be Property Manager of the Year, Maintenance Technician of the Year, Rookie of the Year. We have a DEI award that does not have a video presentation. And the other individual award is it's the Energy Award. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the name of it, Beth.
The Green Initiative.
Green Initiative, yes. And then the videos are required for any of the individual awards. So there has to be a video submitted. It is a requirement this year. So if you are nominated or you nominated someone for Property Manager of the Year, Maintenance Technician of the Year, or Rookie of the Year, a video must be submitted for that person, of that person. Let me see if I can.
I thought DEI also needed a video.
Let me look up that information. Who asked that question? Sorry.
Tammy Horowitz.
Tammy. Okay. Let me look it up, Tammy. Hang on 1 second. That's a new award this year too. So my apologies. Let me find that information out for you right now. There is an award, there is a video submission for that one as well. So my apologies to the group. The DEI award must also have a video. Green Initiative, the video is not required for, no.
I'm having some technical difficulties adding you in as a co-host. I apologize.
So what we'll do is we will send this recording out. We'll send some additional instructions out as well. We will have the verbiage from this call in that email as well. So please feel free to forward that to any of your teams to get them all on board for the awards. If there's no other questions, I think we can wrap up unless Elaine, you have anything else to share.
Nope, I think that's it for me. Just double check the chat. I think we already addressed everything that was on there. Yeah.
Beth, anything else we're forgetting? Ashley? I see Ashley on the call too. Okay. All right, well, thank you all.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for your time today too.
Yes, thanks for tuning in. And Elaine, I'll follow up with you. I'll shoot you an email later on, and maybe we can get together and chat about a few things as well.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody,
you.
for joining us, and we'll get this recording out to you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.